up being, well, max HP, which would be 15. Extra on his healing search.
Healing search is probably like 1 or something.
It doesn't really have healing surges. Normal people usually don't. Actually, it's a hero thing.
At least I can ease his pain. Maybe I don't know.
Sure. It seems that some of the words sort of get through to him, and he seems to, as the pain sort of subsides, he also falls unconscious. Father Santos just shakes his head. I don't know.
Maybe try pouring some water on his foot or something and see what happens. I don't know. I am out of ideas here.
What would Erevan know about treating a bite normally?
Normally. Yeah, he would know, like, standard procedure to treat a bite. His heal check is high enough for that. Like, clean out the wound, pretty much.
Well, now's probably the chance to clean out the wound if it hasn't already been done. He's asleep, so he can't really resist.
Certainly. It's a heal check to clean out the wound.
Heal check. Everyone, work together on this.
Yes.
So that's 24.
Yep. You start cleaning.
Like clean linen.
Yeah, you start cleaning the wound. It is an ugly wound. It is infected, and it's quite bad off. It seems diseased, pretty much. But you do your best to sort of clean it. But it is very long gone. You are not sure actually this man will survive the day.
Do I get any extra clues from searching and cleaning his wound?
The bite marks are small. A rat, for instance, could have done it, or some other small rodent, or maybe a cat, or something of similar size.
Because part of me is making me, due to my real life knowledge, making me think rabies, but in game, I don't know if Erevan would know about that. So
pretty common, but
it's possible.
Well, what we should do is check out the supply stores, I guess.
Yes. Let me just finish doing this. Parvazantus?
Yes.
I'm not sure how much longer he'll survive, but I've done the best I can for his wound.
Arenoss, yes, I agree. I don't think he has much left.
Maybe amputating might be the best option. I don't know if that would help or not.
I think it's probably spread too far by now.
Probably, yeah.
Father Santos nods. I'm of the same thought, sadly.
Just out of character, though. Medieval amputations are very dangerous.
Yes. They will die anyway, so.
So I guess we can go check the tent. Do you know which one he's talking about, Sam? Of Xanthus?
He nods, yes. I believe actually the sheriff is asking around about that tent at this very moment.
Oh,
very well. We know our next, point of call.
We should go back to the white tent then. The guard said they would bring the sheriff there. Or we are there, right?
Yeah, you are there.
I guess Arenoss will stand outside and smoke his pipe.
Okay.
Good luck with the patients, Father.
Thank you.
Erevan will wash his hands in any source of water. Yeah, we'll find some water, wash his hands.
Yep. A short while later, the sheriff shows up, looking as stern as always.
Sheriff Hemlock.
Commander Nodalis.
It's a pleasure to meet you, though, in some ways it's a pleasure to meet you right now.
He nods likewise. What can I do for you?
We found the man who was bit, Angus, I believe his name was? And he was interested in what you know.
He nods. Yes, it seems the man was bit in one of the supply tents, and he motions over there. I have been doing some asking around who have had access to that tent, or if anyone else has been bitten. As for right now, it is quarantined. No one gets in, or nothing gets out. At least that is my ambition. I have posted guards outside.
Could rats or small animals get in there? Or get out?
He seems to consider, I suppose that is possible.
Yes. We should go and check it.
Rats, from what we found, are probably the most common, or most possible thing. Or maybe a cat. I'm not sure.
He nods. Very well. You have my permission to investigate the tent.
Right. Should head off immediately then.
Other than that, have you had any other problems, Sheriff?
Ishak said, no, not really. The ghoul seem to have stayed on the south side of the hinterlands. We have not seen anything up north here. Shalala on the Sama told me that she spotted a few of them, but she took them down, and hopefully that will have stopped the threat in the south. I trust you were successful in your missions?
We would not be standing here if we weren't successful.
Indeed. I look forward to hearing the story sometime.
Yes, when we have more time for pleasantries.
Nods. Very well. The tent is over that way, and he points.
Thank you, Sheriff. I do not wish to take up too much of your time, but good luck.
Yes. Good day, Sheriff.
Well, Sheriff lets you pass by him.
Oh yes, I invite Roldar and Alvyn if they want to come.
Alvyn will just tag along. There's nothing much else to do right now. He was thinking about just abandoning you while you were examining the Albert, or what's his name.
But after
hearing that whatever was in that supply tent skittered, he didn't want to go there anymore.
You're not a friend of spiders?
He's not a friend of anything that skitters.
He hates skittering. All right, the party arrives in front of the tent. There is a guard. It is a typical look of an army supply tent, but it's old and frayed. Like, the denizens of Sandpoint bought it in, a cheap shop somewhere.
Is there any guards outside or something?
Yeah, there's a guard outside.
All right.
And he looks very serious, clutching his halberd.
Hello.
We shall just approach, I guess.
He nods. Hello.
Hey. We got permission from the sheriff to investigate the tent.
We're going in.
He nods. Yes. I see. Well, well, you're welcome to go inside, I suppose. Then.
All right. Arenoss just heads in.
The guard steps aside and let's the vanguard go inside.
We enter the tent.
Yep. So we're sort of gonna flip this. So this is the way you look.
That's that.
You're entering from the left. Or you're entering from the right, looking to the left, I suppose.
Okay. I have my shield. So if any spiders come, I could squash them.
All right. The supply tent is small.
Looks very large considering there's clouds in the river.
It's bigger on the inside, I think the word was. There are lots of sort of crates and like barrels and certain like foodstuffs around in small gatherings all around the tent. It is dark in here, and there's a sort of a musty smell, almost like decay, perhaps.
Dark, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Ever-burning torch.
All right. The torch lights up and casts long shadows over the tent.
Let's Let's have a look around. Everyone be on your guard, just in case.
Arenoss also pulls out his lantern, and he goes along looking along the corners of the entire tent for holes.
Okay. Yeah. You can do
Perception
a...
check time.
Yeah, you can do a perception check.
Nope.
Roldar, you want to try?
Okay, Roldar squints his eyes, has a look.
Oh dear.
5, 6, 7. Not
Oh
quite
dear.
in order, but you know.
Well, it is Alvyn who is the first to notice something strange in here. There are some tracks on the ground here and there, maybe from people, maybe from something else. There seems to be places here and there in the foodstuffs in sort of the sacks of grain that are sort of gnawed at, as if indeed rats have been here and sort of eaten. Sort of looking around, Alvyn actually notices that one of the crates, sort of in the back, seems to be sort of open, and he almost thinks he hears something coming from inside the crate.
Alvyn will shoot the crate.
If
All
you
right.
put a crossbow out,
Roldar will grab his gear.
All right,
Only
Alvyn,
range
let's
shield, so-
loose, and the lightning bolt from the crossbow smashes into the crate, splintering it. Sending splinters at every direction, and a frantic skittering, shittering sound is heard as something, sort of a black mass emerges from the box. A sea of glowing eyes and deceased teeth and claws.
Oh shit.
can we identify what it is?
Burn the tent!
No,
Burn the
No.
entire camp.
I do not give you the ability to use fire right now.
I have that ability whether you like it or not.
If you use it, I'm not going to be happy with you.
I know.
And we go to initiative.
Alright.
+2.
Yeah, +2. Unfortunately, we don't have Salora's amazing initiative.
Oh,
Nope.
Saloro is off being smart.
So we're standing in a
And
combat.
not fighting swarms of the undead.
Maybe.
Alright.
Who knows?
The agitated rat swarm, the first one, rushes forward to sort of massively bite and claw at the first fleshy thing it sees. You do notice that the rat seems to be hideously diseased. They have like tumors and open weeping sores all over their bodies, and many of them don't really seem to have eyes. Even like the tumors and like growths have just blocked them out. But they seem to have an unerringly desire for soft Eladrin flesh, at least.
Why does everything have a need to have some soft Eladrin flesh?
Because it's so tasty.
It's soft and smooth.
It is.
3 ongoing
Is
damage.
it's cut and thresh. That's what it is.
Or cotton fresh.
That's just weird.
Well, Saloro is cotton fresh, apparently, so there you go.
I am disappointed by this.
Yeah, the sores, the many teeth gives bleeding sores, and it's quite painful. The other swarm charges forward at the juicy smelling dragon thing.
Dragon thing.
Block
That's what
of
they
the imp.
smell.
You didn't block the
20.
imp.
Well,
Throw the imp in the way.
nah, I'm gonna
Exactly.
use sudden scales. So Arenoss actually turns into a dragon.
Suddenly, scales.
Oh, actually, and as a reaction, I'm going to use Fierce Reply.
Fierce reply.
Yes.
Now see here.
The trigger is an enemy within 3 squares hits an ally.
Okay.
That just happened.
All right. Sure.
I may shift 2 squares before the attack. Shifting does not provoke attack with opportunity.
Uh huh.
And I will go ahead and shift behind him. and I will now make an attack.
Oh, interesting.
I have combat advantage because, well, I can position.
You do, yes.
Oh, actually, I just realised I can't do that, so I have to rewind. Do you know why?
Why?
I don't have my weapon out.
Oh,
And he also did not hit me.
Well, nah.
oh. Well, that plan foiled quickly.
You ruined my plan. It would have been useful.
I?
So yeah, suddenly dragon scales appear, and the rats find no purchase for their attacks.
Huh.
Alvyn.
So
Arenoss
this is
basically
quite
looks
possibly
like
the
a
best
recorder.
map ever for getting stealth bonuses.
There is, moving about. Like if you move 2 squares, that is enough to give you a stealth bonus. There's a
The
lot.
rats are like blind anyway, you said.
There's a lot of like crates and stuff in here, so getting a sneak bonus is or a hidden status is not really a problem.
Okay then.
It's enough to beat the rat's perception.
Then I will move like right here. Make a stealth check. Alvyn jumps behind a crate or something that was conveniently placed right there.
Yeah.
31, yeah, that should be good. And
Got it.
then I will use my fancy new power,
Ooh.
Good.
which is a close burst 5.
Oh.
Oh dear.
That's huge.
First.
A
Close blast 5,
burst,
actually.
Close blast 5, sorry.
Yeah, that's
And I will. It doesn't really matter because it only hits enemies. So,
all right. That's also good.
Sure, it only hits enemies.
Like-
We
that's
can
not
target
right.
so he doesn't hit. Oh no, we can't.
Ah, hey.
No, that's not
No.
it.
That's not how it works.
Uh,
Delete
let's
those.
just. Let's just screw the square. I'm just going to hit them.
How about I draw a square for you?
Yeah, how about that? Yeah, excellent. And I do have combat advantage. And let's see what happens.
Oh jeez.
And I crit one of them.
Do your
And
plus
against the one I
damage.
crit, I will do my sneak attack damage.
All right.
Which one of them would be max in that case, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be 20 extra damage. Against Red Swarm 1.
20 extra damage.
Did he enjoy that?
Yes,
35
definitely.
damage. Oof.
Yeah, it's as well. Describe this for us, please.
Seeing this swarm of rats appear, Alvyn's first instinct is to jump behind something, as always, pretty much. So he finds a crate, jumps behind it, and instead of loading a normal crossbow bolt, he actually prepared something else. It looks like a stick with a bag of some sort on top of it instead of a crossbow bolt head, which has some metal like flakes in it, like
Sure, it doesn't have
metal
all that glass
shards.
you stored.
No, not glass. Even better, metal.
So
And
it's,
once he shoots this bolt of metal shards, it disintegrates and showers the rat swarms in metal shards, doing
So
Somehow,
lots of
completely
damage.
unaffecting us.
Yeah.
So it's a grape shot that only hits enemies.
Yes, Alvyn is so good with his crossbow.
He's a very accurate grape shot.
Yeah. He's a sniper grape shot.
Physics.
Well, he allowed it.
This seems to be highly effective against the rats. Like the blast of sharp shrapnel like rips into the swarms, and they shriek in anger and terror, as many of them are skewered by the blast.
And that's my turn.
Erevan?
Erevan, get out of the way.
What was it? What was it to draw a weapon again? Was it a
Minor.
Minor, sorry.
That was a minor. I will pull out a sword.
Actually,
They have something to say against me.
Probably.
Swarm of a teeth attack is a free action against enemy that starts its turn within the burst.
First.
I burst one around the rats.
Oh.
So yeah, the rat seems frenzied, and yes, they're clawing and biting at every direction, and fighting them. Erevan has really, he really needs to sort of constantly fend for himself, as the rat seems to just claw and bite at every direction.
Well, sir, I do not like you.
The rats don't like you either.
I said, Erevan, get out of the way. Let me in there.
Have the rats got any other fun things they want to do to me?
Nope.
Okay. In that case, I will. You know what? Why not? I will casually teleport behind the rats.
All right.
So casual.
He's like,
Yeah.
whatever.
I just casually backstep behind the rat. Yeah, I'm going. I backstep this way. I just appear here,
Yep.
and then I'm going to go ahead and this rat take my warlord's favor. I don't like you. Now that's just mean.
That's sad.
Fine, I end the turn.
Arenoss.
Alright. I will also use my...
You're
Oh, wait,
also
I
next
guess-
to a rat.
Wait, I get
Oh,
a
yeah.
save. I get a save against the general ongoing, don't I?
That is true.
28, god damn it.
And you are no longer bleeding. Arenoss, however, is.
Yeah, good times. Well, I'm gonna use my fancy new power.
Oh.
Let's see. Rhyme Storm.
Oh. Oh dear.
Like so.
Uh-huh.
So Arenoss just basically turns around, sees a swarm of rats, and throws his staff in a sort of arc. And freezing cold wind shoots out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And there we go. And he is knocked prone and takes -2 to fortitude.
Well, as a swarm, he can't really be knocked prone.
Aww.
It is a thing.
All of the rats roll over.
It's
but
an area effect.
it is an area effect, yes. But it does take the -2 fortitude.
The freezing now. The shivering rats on the floor.
The other rat is, frozen over and blasted to smithereens by the Rhymestorm blast. Seemingly, again, right, the rat's taking a lot of damage from this.
Erevan, get out of the way.
I will. Don't worry. I will step to there. And can I do a save now, or...
Stay into
At the
your
very
turn.
end of your turn.
It's end of your turn, so go
Alright.
ahead.
There we go.
All right.
I'm guessing it's not a fear effect.
It's here. Oh.
You succeeded anyway.
Roldar.
Yeah.
Roldar walks up.
Oh, listen, this bloody mess.
I don't get combat advantage because it's not prone, but
With what?
I totally miss all of the swarm.
That's a
So
natural
one.
one. Sad.
Minor action. Roldar's skin hardens.
All right. Excellent. Oh, he shouldn't act. He acted before. Let's see here. That's the wrong initiative. Remove, and there we go. Now he can act. All right. The rat will go for the closest target, which is Roldar, and bite and claw.
-5 on the damage.
Mm.
Oh, actually, forgot a couple of things with that one. -5 on the damage, and I would have had temporary hit points as well.
Ah, yes.
So that would have been 3. So I would have had back up to 5, 8 temporary. 5 temporary hit points.
And fierce reply.
8 temporary hit points because the Bloody the Field's invigorating, so I'd be up at 8 temporary hit points and
Okay.
no damage.
You still have the
Shouldn't do-
ongoing, however.
Shouldn't you
yeah.
instead heal yourself and remove your temporary hit points?
No, I gained both because I gained for 5 for using invigorating. Then I
Alright.
hit my resist 5 all, so I took 3 damage, but I gained battle rigor temp hit points, which stacks on top.
So much bullshit.
Anyway, now
So much battle rage.
unless Griff has something he wants to do in response to this, I'm going to go to do my response.
I don't have any immediate interrupts.
Fierce reply. I shift 2 squares. I now attack.
Alright.
Just seeing Roldar get bit, I just dive over, but with my sword swinging.
And you say now, hold on a minute. Now see here.
Unfortunately,
I should have marked them. I forgot about that.
Unfortunately, a miss. Alvyn.
Okay, Alvyn will jump behind another conveniently placed crate. Over here. And stealth check. Yeah, I guess that
problem.
works.
How do you kill a swarm with a bolt hammer?
My bolts are
Yeah,
lightning.
here's
I'm sure
some
they can do something.
Oh, yeah.
And besides, I have something else I want to do.
he just
Well, let's-
skewers like 16 of them in a single lightning bolt.
Let's shoot him first, and then I will apply my sneak attack damage. Another 8 damage.
A whole swarm of disheartened rats.
And if these,
They're very sad rats. Oh,
and if they are still not dead, I will use the active of my weapon, which
they are not still dead.
they are not dead yet. That's what I meant. Free action uses power when you hit with the weapon. The target and each enemy within 2 squares of the target take 1d6 extra damage. I'm not sure if my macro works. I guess I'll see. And it works, okay.
Yep.
And it's an area attack if that matters to you.
That matters, yes. Thank you.
Okay, and that's my turn.
Alright, the rat swarm is now heavily blasted and seems to be almost falling apart. However, it is enough to bite at things next to it, such as this lovely Eladrin.
The lovely
Don't mind
Eladrin, as you put it.
-2 to the attack rolls, but it doesn't really matter in Erevan's case.
Yes, 29 is... Well, it wouldn't matter in anyone's case. Now anyone can deflect to 27 here.
Yeah.
It's Erevan.
Okay. Erevan is really not happy with this. I will go ahead and... it doesn't really matter if Roldar shifts or I shift, but... Hey, Roldar, just in case we need to do some more movement, I'm going to shift there, and I'm going to shift you with Warpath Tactics to there. We're just circling around him.
So he just suddenly Roldar's go.
Combat advantage. Dead.
Yeah, and the swarm collapses.
Should I do my saves for this damage?
Yes, you can save for damage.
Ow.
Does it end-
Roldar's
Doesn't it,
literally just gonna go ow, ow. But his
Doesn't it
temporary hit
automatically
points.
go away when combat ends?
For Roldar, it's kind of immune to it because it doesn't override his temporary hit points when he gets hurt.
It's literally ow, ow, ow.
When he
You're
gets
gonna infinitely, you're
Yes,
gonna
I'm finished
infinitely
now.
bleed to death.
no, it's just get angrier and angrier. Like, "Arrgh!" But yeah, with this, combat is over.
Can we stop
Alright.
bleeding?
You can stop bleeding.
Yay.
Yeah, I don't want to keep bleeding.
How
I
do I
was
remove
about to
the
say,
state?
you can keep bleeding if you want to.
There should be one saying ongoing in your categories.
Oh, okay.
So Arenoss will just walk around and listen for more squeaking noises.
No, there are no more squeaking noises. While, however, there's a noise from the tent flap. What's happening in there?
There was a swarm of rats. Undead rats.
Not
Undead.
diseased.
Rats? The guard looks around. What happened?
Well, they're all
He
dead
looks
now.
at the ice-coated interior, the explosion of metal shards that have ripped through much of the tent, and the horrifically stomped rats.
Yes,
It happened.
we had to deal with them, and things happened.
I best get the sheriff. Hold on, and he runs away.
Alright.
Very good.